Let's build an awesome Lego truck camper that is scaled for minifigures. The parts list will be provided in the description below. What are we waiting for? Let's get started. Let's begin the base with a 4x8 plate. Let's set down a 2x4 plate right in the top right, followed by a 1x4 flat tile. Place two 1x2 plates right on top of the 2x4 plate, followed by another 1x4 flat tile. Now on this side, place a 1x1 plate and a 1x2 brick. Place a 1x1 angular brick right in front of the 1x2 brick. On this side, set down a 1x3 brick. Back on this side, place a 1x1 brick. Let's take a 1x1 angular brick and a 1x1 round transparent flat tile. We're going to place it right on the front of the angular brick and set it on the left hand side. This is going to be our rear light. Let's take another angular brick and a round 1x1 red flat tile for the other brake light. Let's take a 2x3x2 cupboard. We're going to place it in this 2x3 opening. This is going to be used for storage. Make sure this is pressed down secured. Now let's take a pair of 1x1 bricks with vertical clip. Place them as shown, right on top of the brake lights. Now in this area, set down two 1x2 plates on top of one another, followed by a 1x1 plate. Set down a 1x2 brick and a 1x3 brick. Now in this area, let's start on the left. We're going to place a 1x1 brick and a pair of 2x2 45 inverted slopes. This is going to support the floor for the truck camper. And in this area, let's set down a set of 1x1 plates. I'm going to finish this off with a 1x4 flat tile, and I'm going to place a 1x6 plate on top of the inverted slopes. And we have some steps. Let's take another 4x8 plate, set down a set of 1x2 flat tiles on the left hand side where we have a 1 stud reveal. On top of the 1x2 flat tiles, place a set of 1x2 plates. For the right hand side, place down a 1x4, a 1x2, and 1x4 flat tiles. Set down a 1x4 flat tile right in this area. Let's slip in a 1x8 plate right underneath the 1x4 flat tile, followed by another 4x8 plate. Let's lock these two together with a 1x4 flat tile. In this corner, set down a 1x1 flat tile and a 1x4 flat tile to help strengthen up the floor. In this area, let's finish it off with a 1x2 flat tile. We're going to be placing a bathroom in this area. I want to set down a 1x3 plate and skip a stud from the bottom. In this area, place a 1x2 plate with one knob or jumper plate. Now let's fill in the floor with a 1x1 round Pearl Gold flat tile for a drain and 3 1x1 flat tiles. Now you can use any size of tile you wish for this project. Let's flip the assembly over. I'm going to place a 1x4 plate on this end. Now to further strengthen up the bottom, I'm going to set down two 2x6 plates right next to each other. You have to hold this a bit, press down firm. I want that base to be pretty solid. On this end, I'm going to place a rocker bearing plate assembly where we have a 1x2 rocker bearing and a 2x2 rocker plate. Place it as shown to where it folds inward. Now I need to level this off, so I'm going to place a set of studs on these two openings, followed by two more studs on top of the previous studs. Got to be careful, this thing likes to fold in. Now on this end, I'm going to set down a 2x3 brick. This is going to be used to anchor the truck camper down to the bed of the truck. Let's make sure that our kickstand is down. I want to flip this over and I want to attach it to this 1x6 plate. The reason why is to keep everything leveled. Now we got a nice building platform. Over here, we're going to set down two 1x2 plates. Now, these are going to be used to attach the chairs that we'll be adding in a moment or two. Let's construct the wall for the galley kitchen. Let's start on the top left with a 1x1 plate with vertical holder. Place it right there, followed by a set of 1x6 plates to lock everything together. Now be sure to hold underneath the floor to keep everything secured. Now, back on the left again, let's start with a 1x3 plate, a 1x6 plate, and two 1x4 plates. Now let's skip a stud on the left, place a 1x3 plate and a 1x8 plate. Let's place two 1x1 plates right here. Make sure that these are straight. Let's place a 1x1 brick with vertical holder. Let's use that to keep these aligned. Right here, I'm going to set down a 1x4 brick with four knobs. This is going to be used to attach part of our cupboards. Followed by a 1x6 brick. On this area, take another 1x1 brick with a vertical clip, and we're going to level this off with a 1x1 plate. Let's level off this side 1x2 plate. Let's lock this together with a pair of 1x4 plates. Let's start the base of our cupboards with a 1x4 plate. Set down a 1x2 flat tile on the left hand side and a 2x2 flat tile on the right hand side. This is going to be the base of our oven, and this is going to be our little mini fridge. Let's slide in a 1x2 by 1x2 angular plate right underneath the 2x2 flat tile. Now on top of these two studs, let's crown them off with a 1x2 flat tile for a countertop. Let's slide this off to the side. Let's take another 1x2 by 1x2 angular plate and a transparent black 1x2 flat tile. Place the tile on the inside of the angular plate. On the top, we're going to place a jumper plate and crown off these studs. This is going to be the top portion of our oven and a burner for our stove. Let's start the construction of the sink with a 1x3 plate. Let's flip it over. Take a 1x2 Palisade brick, place it on the left hand side, and a 1x1 brick on the right hand side. Let's flip this assembly over. Let's take a double 1x2 wall element. we're going to place it as shown. On the right hand side, set down a 1x1 brick and take a 1x1 tap, set it on top of the brick for a water faucet. Let's take this portion of our cabinet assembly, let's place it on the right hand side of the knobs, and the top portion of our stove and oven on the left hand side. We can place our sink on the far right for a little kitchen. Let's start with a 1x2x2 corner plate on the top left. This is going to be the start of the wall for the dining booth and the bathroom. Now place a 1x4 and a 1x6 plate on the top, followed by a 1x1 plate with vertical holder. On this side, let's place a 1x4 brick. Let's take an angular brick, place it on this opening. Let's lock these two bricks together with a 1x3 telephone receiver for a handle to help us get inside the truck camper. Place a 1x2 plate in the top left. Now take a 1x2x1x2 angular plate. I'm going to attach a few studs. This one on the left is going to be for our water hookup, and the one on the right is going to be for our electrical hookup. Let's place this assembly right here next to the 1x2 plate. Now let's finish up this level with a 1x2, 1x6, and 1x2 plates. Let's skip a stud on the left, set down a 1x8 plate, followed by a 1x3 plate. Back on the left again, place a 1x1, a 1x6, and 1x4 plates. In this corner, let's set down a 1x1 brick with vertical holder, followed by a 1x2 brick. Well, I almost forgot a 1x2 flat tile in this opening right here. So let's set that down in there before we forget. Let's place a 1x3 plate, top left. Now in this area, I want to put a dining table. Let's take a 2x3 plate and a 2x2 flat tile. Place a tile on one end of the plate. Let's set this down in this area, followed by a 1x6 plate. Let's finish up this corner with a 1x1 brick with vertical holder. Now I want to add a little toilet inside my bathroom. Before we can do that, let's take a 1x2x2 wall element, place it in here like so. Now we're going to need that to give ourselves some clearance. So let's take a 2x2 inverted dome and a 2x2 flat tile that's round. Place the round flat tile on top of the inverted dome and slip it right underneath. Now it fits in nice and snug. Now let's add the two seats for the dining table. Let's place a 2x2x2 chair on the left hand side. Now on the right hand side, we're going to need to add a little clearance. So let's take a 1x2x3 wall element, place it in like so. Now we're going to need to slip the chair in, so we're going to have to slide that in there, set it down right on top of the 4 studs. So now the chair fits right inside the wall. Let's go ahead and finish up this corner with a 1x3 and 1x1 plates. Now I want to set down a 1x3 brick right in this area, and let's fill in this area with a 1x4 brick. Let's fill in this area with a 1x2 plate and lock it together with a 1x2x2 corner plate. This will strengthen up this corner. Now I want to level this off. So let's set down a 1x1 plate. Now here I'm going to set down a 1x3 plate to strengthen up the front. Now in this area I'm going to take a 1x2x2 ladder. I'm going to stick it inside like so. This will give us a way to actually access the bunk that we'll be adding. Now in this area I want to fill in this portion with 3 1x1 bricks. So we're going to set these on top of one another and place down the assembly right next to the 1x2x3 wall element. Let's build ourselves a little porch light with a 1x1 angler brick and a transparent yellow 1x1 slope. Place the slope on the front of the angular brick, and let's place a 1x1 transparent yellow stud in the back side of the angular brick. Let's set this on the left hand side of the door frame. Here, let's lock this corner in with a 1x2x2 corner brick. On this side, place a 1x3 and 1x2 bricks. For the door, let's take a right-handed train door and a glass insert. Let's pop the glass inside this opening. Got to keep the draft out of the cab. Let's set the door inside like so. Now I want to lock that door in place with a 1x8 brick. Let's fill in this area with a 1x1 brick and a 1x4 brick. On the top, let's place a 1x6 flat tile. There's the rear of the truck camper. Let's take a 6x8 plate for a base for our sleeping quarters. Now let's place 3 2x4 plates right in the center of the 6x8 plate. Press those down firm. Here, set down a 1x2 flat tile. Let's take a 1x2 plate and a 1x1 plate. Let's flip the 1x2 plate over and set down the 1x1 plate. Let's place this right next to the 1x2 flat tile. Drop down a 1x3 plate. On the right hand side, set down a 1x2x2 corner plate, a 1x4 plate, and a 1x2x2 corner plate. This area, place a 1x8 plate. Let's construct a set of sleeping bags. Place a pair of 1x2 plates right on the top of the 2x4 plate. I'm going to place 10 1x2 flat tiles on top of the remaining 2x4 plates. It's going to give us a nice texture for our sleeping bags. Now you can use any color or design you wish. I decided to use earth green. I believe that's the color, or bright green. And for pillows, let's place a pair of 1x2 slopes. Let's take our bed assembly and place it right in this area, right over the ladder and part of the bathroom. I'm sure to hold underneath to make sure everything is firmly attached. Just slowly work that in. Now let's finish up the wall by our dining booth and our bathroom. Let's place 3 1x2x2 transparent black wall elements for windows. Let's crown them off with a 1x6 plate. Here, place a 1x6 brick. Now, let's skip 2 studs and place a 1x1 brick and a 1x1 plate. For this area here, let's take a 1x1 by 1 2/3 brick with 2 vertical knobs. Let's place it right on top of the 1x1 plate. Now here, let's finish it up with a 1x1 brick. Place a 1x2x2 transparent black wall element for a window and a 1x2 brick. Now let's construct the partition between the bed and the bathroom. So let's take 2 1x2x2 wall elements. Let's set them where they are facing inward. This gives our bedroom a bit more space. And on the top, let's place a 1x1 flat tile right here and one on this end. We're going to strengthen everything up in a little bit. Let's take a 1x2 brick with 2 knobs. Let's place a transparent light blue stud on the right hand side and a transparent red stud on the left hand side. These are going to be knobs for our water faucet for our shower head. Let's place this right on top of the 1x2x3 wall element. And let's finish up this area with a 1x1 brick. Let's add a little window to our bathroom. Let's take a 1x2 transparent black wall element, set it right here, followed by a 1x1 brick. Let's start strengthening up this portion of the wall with a 1x2x2 corner plate, followed by a 1x2 plate. Let's add a bathroom door with a 1x3x4 right-handed door. Set it right down like so. And I'm going to lock that door in with a 1x4 plate. Now here, let's lock in this whole assembly with a 1x2x2 corner flat tile. Let's place a 1x2 flat tile right here. Let's construct the shower head, starting with a 1x2 plate with a horizontal stick. Place it in like so, right above the knobs. Now, let's grab a holder with stick and a 1x1 nose cone. This is pearl gold. Slip the nose cone onto the stick. Let's set it right in the center. You can swing that down for a shower head. And let's lock that in with a 1x3 flat tile. Now let's rotate this around. Let's tackle this area right here. On the left hand side, set down a pair of 1x2 plates on top of one another. A 1x3 brick and a set of 1x4 plates. Let's place a 1x2 plate right here. Let's skip one stud on top of the 1x2 plate, place a 1x3 plate, and a pair of 1x6 plates to lock everything in. Let's smooth off this section of wall, starting with a 1x4 brick with bow, and a 1x3, 1x2, and 1x8 flat tiles. Let's finish up the wall for the kitchen, starting with a 1x2 plate on the right hand side. Place a 1x2 by 1x2 angular plate, followed by a 2x2 flat tile with a computer monitor print for a little TV. Let's fill in that area with a 1x1 plate. Set down a 1x2x2 transparent black wall element for a window right by the sink, followed by 2 regular 1x2x2 wall elements. Let's add us a little bit of extra space for the kitchen counter. Here, place a 1x3 brick. Skip 2 studs, set down a 1x1 brick and a 1x1 plate. Take another 1x1 by 1 2/3 brick with 2 vertical knobs. Place it on the left hand side, followed by a 1x1 brick. For this area, let's set in another 1x2x2 transparent black wall element for a bedroom window, and a 1x3 brick. Grab a 1x2 by 1x2 angular plate and a radiator grill. Place the radiator grill on the front of the angular plate. Let's face it outside for a little ventilation for our range hood. Now let's continue by setting down a 1x1 and a 1x8 plate to lock this whole section of wall together. Skip 2 studs on the right, set down a 1x3 plate and a 1x2 plate. Take a 1x2 by 1x2 angular plate and a 1x2 flat tile, set the flat tile on the front of the angular plate and set this down like so. These are going to be our kitchen cupboards. And take another 1x2 by 1x2 angular plate and a 1x2 slope. Place a slope on the front and set it right next to the cupboards for a little range hood. Back on the right, let's skip 1 stud and set down a 1x3 plate, followed by 2 1x6 plates to lock in this section of wall together. Let's smooth it off, starting with a 1x4 brick with bow and a 1x3, 1x2, and 1x8 flat tiles. For this portion by the bed, place 3 1x2x2 wall elements. This will give our bedroom a little extra space. And let's lock those together with a 1x6 plate. I may have to wiggle this in a little bit, make everything line up. Let's construct the front of the truck camper, starting with a 2x2 by 2/3 plate with 2 knobs. Let's place a 1x4 plate on this end. Now I want to take 2 more 2x2 by 2/3 plate with 2 knobs and place them on both sides, followed by a pair of 1x2 by 2 corner plates. Let's flip this over and insert a set of 1x2 plates. Let's flip this over again. Let's place 2 1x4 by 1 1/3 bricks with bow on one end, and on the other end place 4 2x2 by 2/3 plate with bow to smooth off the front. Now let's attach this to the camper. Placing this on the 4 studs is a bit of a challenge, so we want to slip it on like so to where we have a 1 plate reveal. Now to finish it up and lock everything together, take 4 2x2 plates with bow and stick them on top of the remaining studs. This will interlock the whole front assembly together. Let's add some stabilizers to our truck camper with 4 6-stud long shafts or rods. Let's place them inside these vertical clips or the flanges on the top. Now these are basically just for decoration. They do function. I'm just going to use them just for show. Now I have the stand down to make sure everything's leveled on the table. Let's place these last 2. There we go. Let's construct the top starting with a 6x10 plate and a pair of 1x3 flat tiles. Place the flat tiles on the right hand side where we skip 1 stud. On the top, let's place a pair of 1x4 flat tiles. Here, set down a set of 1x2 plates right on top of one another. On this side, set down another 1x2 plate. And in this area, a pair of 1x4 flat tiles. Let's finish up this area with a set of 1x8 flat tiles. Right here, place 2 1x3 flat tiles and 2 more 1x8 flat tiles. Now let's slip in a 2x6 plate right underneath the 1x8 flat tiles. I want to fill this area in with 2 transparent light blue 1x4 flat tiles for a little sunroof, and a 1x2 flat tile to fill in this portion. Here is going to be our little air conditioning unit. So let's take a 4x4 by 2/3 shell or hood, place it right on the top, and I'm going to finish off these 2 studs with a 1x2 radiator grill. Now let's flip the assembly over. I want to attach a 2x6 plate on this end where we have a 1 stud hangover and 3 2x3 plates. This will get strengthened up real quick. Now I want to place a 1x6 plate right underneath the 2x3 plates. Let's smooth off this area with 6 1x4 bricks with bow. This is a bit awkward to handle, so just try your best to attach these. Just slowly wiggle those in. And there's is the top of the truck camper. Let's place the top on the top of the camper. I have to wiggle this in a bit. Always start with this end. It should just close down nice. Now this does work with the little red pickup truck. I will have a tutorial for this truck posted in the description below. Before we can put that in there, we got to fold up the stand and set it down. And we are on our way.